Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. This is Michael Petter Pictou Sports, brought to you by 360 Live. And today we have for you more action from the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League Showcase Weekend. This game featuring the Halifax McDonald's and the City Mitsubishi Rush. I'm sorry I have to talk so fast, but I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise on this pregame show because the music's been a little too loud in here. So the 8 or 9 minutes or so of analysis that I was going to give you pregame, I got to try and squeeze into about 90 seconds. Halifax is tied for second in the league. Sydney's in sixth. They have a record of 3-5 to Sydney. Halifax has a record of 6-2. I was going to talk more about goals and players and goaltenders and all that kind of stuff, but I'm out of time. We can tell you the starting goaltender, Connor Blackwood for the Halifax McDonald's, and Lucas Fraser of the City Mitsubishi Rush. Blackwood leads the league in a couple of key stats, including goals against average, 1.69. His record 4-0 to this point in the season, and a save percentage of stellar, 939. At the other end of the ice, Lucas Fraser comes in with a record of 0-1. A goals against average of 3.53 and a save percentage of 931. I hope you picked up some of that. I have no idea for sure if you did or not. There you see the Rush in their gold jerseys with the purple and white. And over here, McDonald's in their white jerseys with the red and yellow. Still waiting for the officials to come out onto the ice.
For this U18 showcase game between the visiting team, the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, and the home team for the Halifax McDonald's. And now, ladies and gentlemen, due to COVID-19 restrictions in between periods, everybody is asked to remain in their seats. If you leave the ring where you were asked not to come back in, and at the end of the game, you must leave the ring. Now, would you all please rise and remove your hats for the flag of Old Canada.
I'm working with brand new equipment that just arrived yesterday. Part of the issue here is I do not have an actual microphone that I'm able to have right in front of my mouth. The only microphone I'm able to use is the mic, the external mic, the normal microphone on the camera itself. So it is on the camera, gathering up whatever noise it gathers. I'm standing as close to the camera as I can get, and I am talking as loud as I can, even though I've got to try and do 4 games today. One's already done. I still have 3 left to go. I think I'm at the point where if the music is playing, I'm not even going to try to talk. Are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Max win the draw. Here's an opportunity right off of the get-go. There's a chance, and a big save made by Fraser. as Cale McDonald came in and got an opportunity early. Now I should also point out, I am operating camera, running my own stats, trying to keep the scoreboard updated, and everything else. So, that will happen. I'll watch the camera. Plus, this is a Halifax McDonald's team that I have yet to see play this year, so I haven't had a chance to get their roster quite as familiar. So I will be on occasion looking down to check that roster, to double check that I've got the names correct, while trying to keep the camera focused on the right part of the ice. Face off. Chance for the McDonald's, but the shot banned on and it's played out to center. Power picks up there. Power not able to control it though, so he has to go all the way down the ice. Coming back and getting it for the rush. That was Logan O'Neill. O'Neill picks it up in the corner. Max able to get the puck and get it back out to center. Going back to pick up is Baldwin. Baldwin plays it off the boards. Will be picked up there by Seymour. He plays it back over to Baldwin. Baldwin whips it up the near side wall, knocked down by Ross. But it is eventually played out and down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call. 109 gone here in period number 1. Very quickly, we'll tell you the leading scorer for the Rush is Dick Marr with 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points in 8 games. Jacob Newcomb leading the way for the McDonald's, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points, also in 8 games played. For both of these teams, it is their first game of the showcase weekend. The Rush were scheduled to play Cole Harbour yesterday. There's a shot, it deflects, and just staying on it was Blackwood, able to get his leg out after the puck changed speeds and changed directions on him just at the last second. Rush were scheduled to play Cole Harbour yesterday. That game postponed as the Wolfpack were not able to make their way. Here's a shot, and that gets deflected. It goes just wide. Cole Harbour not here at all this weekend due to travel restrictions on that team related to COVID. We don't know if a member of the team, whether that member be player, staff, whatever the case may be, we don't know if a member of the team has tested positive or if just a close contact to a member of the team has tested positive and the team was asked not to travel out of an abundance of caution. All we know, and we are not going to speculate, we do not know, and we're going to make that perfectly clear, we do not know, but a COVID-related reason for the Cole Harbour Wolfpack not to have traveled. We do know that much with certainty. So the Rush did not play the game that was originally scheduled for them yesterday. Halifax and South Shore also were scheduled to play against each other yesterday. We weren't given a clear answer as to why their game got canceled, but it was. And so for Halifax, this is their only game that they're going to play. For Sydney, it's the first of 2 that they're going to play today. They'll be on the ice again later against South Shore. And we'll have that game for you as well here on Pictou Sports through 360 Live. All of the action from this sheet of ice available on that same link here all day today. Ellis, plays the puck across to his defense partner McDonald, out to center. Now, his Bubo, he gets taken down by Soller, and we're going to get a stop in that speed. Played 2 more games. Halifax also best in the league in goals against per game. Well, not best in the league per game, as Steel Subaru is down to 2.80. Halifax right now sitting at 2.87, or 2.88, excuse me. So second in the league in goals against, leading the league in goals scored are the McDonald's. And a league best goals differential of exactly 2 goals per game. Sydney, meanwhile, has scored exactly 3.5 goals per game. They are tied for 6th out of the 8 teams. They and Cole Harbour both at 28 goals scored in 8 games. There's a shot and a save made by Blackwood. Sydney and Cole Harbour tied for 6th. Only South Shore Mustangs have fewer goals scored per game. And the Rush 6th in the league in goals against. Only South Shore and Valley have given up more goals per game than the Rush with a goal differential of -9 through 8 games. So negative 1.11 goals per game. There's a shot and a save by Lucas Fraser. Fraser was not on this roster at the beginning of the season, but an injury has led to him becoming a part of this team, and he's now tandeming with Andrew Burke. Fraser has made 2 previous appearances, both of those in this building. There's a shot, and it gets through Fraser all the way to the back wall. Abbas picks up there. Battle in the corner. That's trying to get to it is Shortall. Or that was 12, excuse me, not 22, so that was Ross. Now Abbas with it. Abbas plays it back to the point for Power. Power with the shot. And able to watch that one all the way in was Lucas Fraser. And as mentioned, his 2 appearances both came in this building. As when the Rush were here last weekend. Yes, last weekend. And there's another shot, and Fraser. So Fraser, this is actually his 3rd straight game that he's appeared in. As he came in relief in the Saturday game here last weekend. Started and played the full game Sunday. And now gets the start here in this game this afternoon. Chances are you would think Kirk will get the start in the nightcap, with Sydney having to play twice. And that's going to make for an interesting challenge for them, as they have to play 2 games, whereas each of their opponents, Halifax and South Shore, both are only playing once today, as both of them were scheduled to play games against Cole Harbour for their other game today. The original plan was everybody was going to play 3 times. But Sydney, Halifax, and South Shore each lost one of their games because they would have played Cole Harbour. Halifax and South Shore decided not to come up yesterday to play their other game. Again, we don't know why that game got canceled or postponed. These games do count as regular season games. And I'm trying to, get all this background information in as the early play is going here, just to give some context as the game goes on. Here's Allen. He loses the puck to Welsh. Welsh able to play it ahead, and the Knacks move forward. There's a shot and another save made by Fraser, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 6:49 down here in the first period. We'll run you through the scoreboard of the other games that have been played so far. And part of the challenge as well, not being able to really talk during the stoppages in play, all of that additional information that I would normally give in the stoppages, can't really do. There's a shot taken by Boudreau, steered aside by Fraser. Puck comes to Ellis now. Ellis plays it across to his defense partner. That's McDonald, Jake McDonald. He sends it down into the corner behind the net. Now out in front, there's a chance. Steered away. And back behind the net yet again. Now, try to get it out in front. That pass is broken up. Ahead intended for O'Neill. He gets bumped by Ellis. And the puck comes back towards the front of the net. Francis can't quite get his stick on it. Now it's with Ellis again. Ellis steps in, takes a shot, and the save made. And let's see if we can try and get those updated scores in. 2 games yesterday. Steel Subaru beat the Weeks Majors 4-2. Here, let's see if... No, we can't really do that. Steel Subaru beat the Weeks Majors 4-2. Coltec Valley Wildcats beat Cape Breton West Islanders 4-3. Earlier this morning, we had a wild game between the Coltec Valley Wildcats and Steel Subaru, with Steel Subaru won by a score of 8-6, and finishing up just before our game got started, Cape Breton West Islanders beat the Weeks Majors 4-3. Power gets it over. There's a fan on a shot that turns into an opportunity as Newcomb had the puck roll off his stick, but it ended up going directly to McDonald, and Cale McDonald had a chance, but he put it wide. Now Stoller with the puck. He'll get it up to Sampson. Sampson plays it to the line, not out, held in by Morris. Or Norris, excuse me. Into the far corner. Battling there. Puck comes up the wall, and the rush will get it out. Shots on goal, 10-3 for the McDonald's here in the early going, as they are controlling the early play. Here's Devine. Work it ahead to Ledrew. Sam Ledrew. Carrying down as the puck knocked off his stick, gets it back. It's kicked towards the net. And now played up the wall and back out to center. Devine plays it right back in again. Baldwin across to the far side. That misses everybody. Goes down the length of the ice, and that'll be an icing call. As a little over 9 minutes into the first period here. Taken by Todd that goes this wide, or by Klein, excuse me, that goes this wide. For the purposes of when this game gets posted to YouTube later, neither 360 Live nor Pictou Sports claims any rights to any of the songs that you're hearing. We're trying to broadcast a hockey game. Any songs that are being played, that is the rights and the responsibilities of Nova Sounds Music, and they do purchase the rights to be a music company that plays songs during hockey games, but we claim no copyright, we claim no property of any of the music that you're hearing. So when it comes to the YouTube posting later, that's incidental noise basically that you're hearing as a result of the fact that we're broadcasting a hockey game. We don't claim it, we have nothing to do with it, it's just what you happen to hear being at the rink. Francis makes a nice pass to get that through to Welsh. Welsh now skates it up the boards. He'll play it around all the way to the far side. Boudreau lets it go to the line. Here's Ellis with it again. Ellis takes a shot. Blocker save made by Francis. Puck comes into the corner. Picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau gets it through to Jake McDonald. And he makes the shot, but another save by Lucas Fraser to keep us still looking for the first goal of this hockey game. Off the draw. Sydney tried to do a pass around behind the net, but that got intercepted. Halifax with the puck now. Here's Boudreau with it near side. Boudreau working against LaFrenz. LaFrenz able to knock the puck off his stick. Played up the wall to the line. Ellis holds it in there. Ellis working it back down. Down to the corner. Tries to set it towards the net. That's broken up. And now out come the rush. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill over to the far side. And fanning on his shot attempt. I believe that was Seymour. Didn't catch the number. We'll have to get a look. But a great opportunity. And as I look, I see it is Seymour who that player was. Puck dumps back in. In behind the net, Chris McDonald puts it right on the stick to Seymour. And Blackwood had to be quick on that one. Now out it comes. Here's Norris. TJ Norris working his way ahead. Puts it pass to Cale McDonald. McDonald can't really get a shot away. To the line. Power now across to the far side. Shot from the point. Gets deflected. Goes off of the crossbar. And now Norris with it again. Norris gets tripped up, but he's able to get the pass to Cale McDonald. McDonald over to Newcomb. Newcomb trying to work himself into a position to get a shot away. He can't, but he drops the puck off to Power. Power to McDonald. McDonald with a shot. And that goes just over the net. McDonald's still buzzing here. Norris loses his stick, but is able to kick the puck back to Dempster. Dempster with a shot. That goes off the glass. Puck hits the back of the net, and they whistle it down, even though the puck has been knocked loose. We saw that a fair bit. I'm not even going to try. Well, maybe I'll try. We saw that a fair bit in the first game. Actually, there's a penalty call. So I withdraw my thought that it's no longer relevant. Penalty against the Rush, Dan Soller. At 12:26 of the first period. So the McDonald's on the power play. And Soller's penalty is for a slash. And the McDonald's with 7 power play goals this season so far in the 8 previous games that they had played. Comes back to the line. Dempster with it. Centering pass for LeBrew. LeBrew still with the puck. Back to Dempster. Power. Dempster. Shot taken. It ends up hitting McKenzie in front. And another shot and another save by Fraser. 53 seconds left in the penalty. And we get a little bit of a tangle after the whistle, but the players quickly separate and everything is fine. Just under 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. 53 seconds left to go in the penalty to Van Soller for the trip, or for the slash, excuse me. McDonald's on the power play. Here's Klein with it. He plays it back to the line for Reeves. He comes back down to Klein after a quick touch pass. There's a shot save made. Shortall took the shot from right in the slot. Puck comes back to Reeves at the line. Back down to Klein. Klein goes far side. There's a chance as Todd rips one, but it goes wide. Reeves now gets it over to Devine. Devine plays it to the near side for Todd. Todd tries to center it, but the only one there is in maroon and gold, and it's fired down the length of the ice. 13 seconds left in the penalty. Picking up the puck is Reeves. He'll take it behind the net. Now come out. Reeves slightly stands on his pass, but it gets to Devine. Devine's pass then ends up right in front of the Halifax bench. Train is there for the rush. Reeves comes out with it. We're back to 5-on-5. With it now is McIntyre. McIntyre tried to set a pass up there for Christmas, but that didn't connect. Todd overskates the puck. Now Christmas gives Shortall a bunt, and the puck played around to the far side. It will be picked up by Hutchings. Hutchings sets it up for Pattengale. Pattengale to McIntyre. McIntyre gives back to Pattengale. Under 5 minutes left to go here, first period. Still looking for the first goal of this game, although the McDonald's have vastly controlled the play. Here comes McIntyre. McIntyre, he loses the puck, and here comes Welsh going the other way. Welsh can't get around his man. Francis did not touch the puck because it was going to be a delayed offside. And that gives the Rush a chance to come out. McIntyre dumps it in, it goes off the leg and into the corner. Backing up to pick up there was Ellis. He plays it across the far side for Pictou. That gets broken up. Here comes Marr coming in. Marr with the shot, he scores! Nick Marr puts the Rush on the board first. It's 1-0. 15:45, the time of the goal for Nick Marr. And for Marr, that is his team-leading 10th goal, his team-leading 14 points. At 15:45.
Sydney's goal, number 9, Nick Marr.
Unassisted after the turnover. So Nick Marr opens the scoring for the Rush. Now Baldwin with a shot, that goes wide, comes off the end boards. Marr is there, but he gets taken out by Power. Now they battle, puck comes down. Trying to center it is Marr, but Power in the way, and now Power will come out. Gets the puck to Norris. Norris moves it ahead for Newcomb. Newcomb coming in. Newcomb out in front, and another great save by Lucas Fraser. His 14th save of the period. Lucas Fraser is going to have to stand tall in this game, and so far he has done that for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. The Friends plays the puck around to the far side. Campbell gets it knocked ahead. Now it ends up back with the Friends. He'll carry it himself this time. In across the blue line, stops, tries to set up Allen with it. It comes all the way into the near side corner. Back towards the front of the net. Allen couldn't get a good shot away. Now it goes to Edwards, who plays it back to LaFrenz. LaFrenz with a shot. That gets all the way through, goes to the end boards. Campbell pinching in from the point. Overskates the puck slightly, but Allen is there to help out. Now getting the puck power for the Max. He'll play it around to the other side as the Max able to come out. Race onto the puck, and getting to it there is Abbas. Abbas didn't have anyone to pass to down low, and it's turned over, set back down the length of the ice. Hustling back to get on it there is Reeves. Reeves uses the boards, plays it back out to center. McIntyre with it right in front of his own bench. He plays it across to the far side. Coming in is Christmas. He has it knocked off his stick. Christmas able to recover, get it back, plays it back to Pattengale. Back down the wall to Christmas, but then he loses it to Devine, who's able to get it out to center. Picking up in neutral ice, Soller backing up, plays it across to Pattengale. Pattengale now, his pass ahead, goes down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing with 2:17 left to go. And period number 1. Rush with the only goal, despite being outshot at this point, 14-4. Draw between Christmas and Todd. Ends up coming to Clark, and he'll bring it out to center. But it's turned over there. Now Devine coming the other way. He gets it ahead. A little give and go between Klein and Todd. Todd couldn't take the return pass, however. Now it's sent back down below the goal line. Todd and Pattengale go in after it. Pattengale able to get it over to Christmas. He plays it ahead to the line, not out, held in by Reeves. Now the puck comes out as Devine couldn't hold, and it's sent that right back in. Pattengale now on it. He'll play it up to Clark. Clark has Klein all over him. Back to Pattengale. Ahead intended for Clark again, but that was broken up by Welsh. Here's Welsh, and he puts it wide. Now trying to get it towards the front of the net. That gets broken up. Christmas looking to clear. He can't, as we're down to 80 seconds left to go in the first period. Sit down. Here's Jake McDonald with it. Long lead pass. Gets up to Welsh. Welsh coming in, waiting for help. Pass gets cleared away, but it's cleared right back to Welsh again. Then he tries to put it onto the stick of Francis. That doesn't quite connect. Now Francis in a battle. Coming in to help out is Boudreau, and he'll come away with the puck. Coming into the slot, has it knocked off his stick, and out comes O'Neill. O'Neill sets it up for Seymour. Seymour can't get around Jake McDonald. McDonald able to play it ahead, and out come the Maps. Here's a chance for Francis. He's got Welsh with him. Francis with a shot, save me. And the rebound clear towards the corner. Now a centering pass, that's broken up by Marr. And the rush come out. O'Neill gets separated from the puck. Ellis picks up and tries to pass it ahead, but that misses his target, goes down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. 26.6 seconds left to go here in the first period. Just the one goal scored unassisted by Nick Marr to give the Rush the lead. Christmas in to take the draw for the Rush. Welsh gets waved out of the face-off circle. Coming in instead and winning the draw is Boudreau. Puck gets to the line, held in by Soller. He goes to play it across, and it's knocked down by Francis. Francis comes out, 17 seconds left in the period. Down into the corner. Set up for Christmas. Christmas overskates it slightly, then goes back, recovers. Now works it ahead to Pattengale. Here comes Pattengale, 5 seconds left. Pattengale down into the corner. Loses control of the puck, and that's going to do it for period number 1. A period that was very much controlled by the Halifax McDonald's, but the big difference, Lucas Fraser stopping all 15 shots he faces, while Connor Blackwood was fooled by one of the 4 shots that he faced. Can't really blame Blackwood as the puck was turned over. Nick Marr able to come in all by himself and get the goal to give the Rush the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes to play. We're going to take a break, come back, and get ready for the second period. Coming up in just a few minutes, you are watching the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League Showcase Weekend on Pictou Sports through 360 Live. in favor of the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, despite getting outshot 15-4 in that first period. Rush also took the only penalty of that period, so the McDonald's 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Rush yet to get a power play opportunity. Lucas Fraser standing tall with the 15 saves that he's made, making a big difference to this point in the game. And at the other end of the ice, the league's best goaltender, Connor Blackwood, you really can't fault him for the one goal that he gave up, as it was a turnover and a solo rush for Nick Marr, and Marr made no mistake with it, finishing it off with the goal. Quick look at the rest of the scoreboard from the showcase weekend so far. The two games yesterday, the Valley Wildcats defeated the Cape Breton West Islanders by a score of 4-3. That game was followed by Dartmouth Steel Subaru beating the Weeks Majors 4-2. Earlier today, the two teams that won yesterday faced off, and a wild game here on this sheet of ice that was won by Dartmouth Steel Subaru over Valley 8-6. It looked like Valley had tied the game 7-7 with 12.1 seconds left, but the goal was waved off due to being kicked in, and then so it remained 7-6, and then the goal with 2.8 seconds left made it the 8-6 final. And the game between the two teams that lost yesterday, Cape Breton West and the Weeks. Cape Breton West, the Islanders won that one by a score of 4-3. And here in this one, it's 1-0 in favor of the Rush after 20 minutes of play. O'Neill gets the puck in his own zone, quickly turns and fires it ahead. And Nick Marr, the goal scorer, going after it there, working against Ellis. Ellis able to come away with the puck, plays it off the glass. And O'Neill gloves it down to keep it in the zone. Now O'Neill coming in, takes a shot, save made by Blackwood. O'Neill takes a bump at the end boards. Now Seymour with a chance, and getting just enough of that one to send it wide was Blackwood. Into the corner, Seymour trying to work himself into some free space, but Newcomb is there. Plays it around to the far side. Norris can't get to the puck in time. Jake McDonald now gets it ahead, but it's knocked down again by Soller. Soller plays it down low. McDonald ends up returning it to Soller. Now Soller with the shot. That's steered aside by Blackwood, and Ellis will pick up. Ellis bumped off the puck as Christmas is in there battling with him. Coming in to help out was another one of the Max forwards, and they get possession and out they come. That was Newcomb who made that play coming back to the end boards. Baldwin with it now. Uses the near side wall, puts it to center. Ellis sends it right back in again. It's going to wrap around to the far side. Baldwin goes after it, tries to chip it ahead for Sampson. Sampson can't keep control. There's a shot by LeDrew, and the save made by Fraser, and he'll hang on with 1:43 gone here in the second period. Face off to the right of goaltender Lucas Fraser. Again, we suspect that Andrew Burke will get the start against South Shore in the nightcap tonight. That's a 7 o'clock start for that one that we'll have here on Pictou Sports. Here's Ross with the puck now. He'll dump it in. Back to pick up is McKenzie. McKenzie coughs it up. There was a chance for LeDrew. And again, Fraser had to come up big. Out at center ice. Bringing the puck in is Dempster. Dempster with a shot. Save, rebound. Puck still loose. And the Rush able to clear it out just past Power, and it goes down the length of the ice. No icing though, as Power did have it go right through him, basically. Now here's Dempster. He'll use the boards. Sending it down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call. As the Macs continue to get chances, but Lucas Fraser standing tall. game. Marr, right off of the draw, couldn't quite pull the trigger on the shot and ended up losing the puck to Power. Power plays it around to Dempster. Dempster working it ahead, and now out comes Ross. Ross gets it forward to Klein. Klein coming in. His shot gets blocked before it gets through to Fraser, and now coming the other way, here come the rush. Marr dumps it in, out of the net to play it is Blackwood. He'll set it down there for Reeves. Reeves tried to make a pass, but coughed it up. There's a chance for Marr, and getting the leg out is Blackwood just in time. Another shot that goes wide, comes up the near side wall, and now sent back in deep by Campbell. Power in the far corner, plays it ahead. O'Neill couldn't get to it. Shortall does. Here comes Shortall over, and he tried to connect with Klein, but the pass just a little bit too far in front of him. Puck dumped out, dumped back in again. LaFrenz will get to it just ahead of Klein. Klein, though, able to knock it away from LaFrenz. Now it goes loose, picked up there by Shortall. He'll send it behind the net. And coming over to pick up is Campbell. He plays it up the wall into a scrum. It comes all the way to the line to Reeves. His shot gets blocked by Seymour. Here comes Seymour. Seymour trying to make a move. Ends up getting hauled down. Can't get a good shot away. And then a couple of bumps away from the puck as the puck comes to the near side wall. Gets wrapped around and will get picked up by Reeves. Reeves misplays it slightly. Nearly coughs it up to Clark. Plays it over to the near side. And having to be quick on that one was Devine. He plays it up the wall. And it's intercepted and taken by Pattengale. Pattengale plays it off of the wall, picked up by Matthews. He sends it back around to the far side. Clark collides there with Reeves. Clark wins that battle for the puck, plays it back to the line. Shot taken, save made off the shot from Soller and steered in behind the net. Now it's played up the wall and out. Soller tries to return it back the other way. Reeves picks up just outside his own line, gives it to Devine. Devine stands on his pass attempt, and that's going to be McIntyre. Drew McIntyre coming in, takes the shot, and the save made. Now Soller with a shot, and that goes wide as well. Penalty coming up against Halifax, as hooking is indicated. And it looks like it's going to be Boudreau who's going to go on for the hook. At 5:06 of the second period, the Rush goes to the power play for the first time. And we'll tell you that so far on the season, the Rush have scored five power play goals through their first 8 games. Unfortunately, we don't have access to stats as far as power play and penalty kill percentages. All we can tell you is the Rush have scored 5 power play goals, and we can tell you that there has been 1 shorthanded goal scored by the McDonald's. We don't have shorthanded goals given up or any of those types of stats, power play percentages, shorthanded percentages. We just have power play goals scored, shorthanded goals scored by each player and therefore by each team. 1:05 left to go in the penalty. Baldwin goes back, picks up the puck from Fraser. Baldwin now plays it ahead to Marr. Marr picking up speed as he comes up to center. He holds Marr through center. Dumps the puck, goes after it into the far corner. Also O'Neill was on his way there, but it was picked up first by the McDonald's and sent down the length of the ice. Soller behind the net now. Comes towards the near corner, now goes back behind the net a second time. 33 seconds left in the penalty. Drops it off for Marr. Marr circling. Plays the puck ahead, it goes down the ice. It'll be picked up there by Ross. Ross backs off and then fires it down the ice yet again. Soller going in. He's got Norris right on him. Norris in there wreaking havoc, but Soller able to come away with the puck. Soller passes it ahead. Now it's picked up by O'Neill. Here comes O'Neill tried to make a pass, that's broken up. We're back to 5-on-5. McIntyre with the puck now. McIntyre skates it up the wall, went to play it back down low. It was knocked down by Power. Rolled back to McIntyre. He fired a shot that goes high and wide. And the Macs come out. Here's Ross with a shot. That's wide. Comes up the wall all the way to Power at the line. He'll send it back in deep for Boudreau. Boudreau taking a bump from McIntyre. Boudreau able to play it back to the line. Shot from there, blocked by O'Neill. Boudreau picks up in the corner again. Boudreau still with it. Now cuts to the middle of the ice. Boudreau drops it back for Reeves. Reeves with a shot. That ends up hitting the stick of Crane. And the Mets have to back off as the rush come out. Puck dumped in right onto Blackwood. He was about to drop it when the referee blew it down. And that's one thing we've seen a lot of here this weekend is quick whistles when pucks get tied up along the boards. In the last game, especially earlier this morning, the referee gave very little time for them to try and work the puck loose. If it was tied up even for a second or two, the referee just threw it dead. And here we saw something similar just a moment ago where the goaltender had it, was ready to drop it, was about to drop it, and the referee blew it down before he had a chance to drop it. Clark and Todd take the draw. Neither guy won it cleanly. Eventually Todd was able to kick it back. And now the Macs up for Klein, but Clark right there to break that up. Puck comes towards the net and Blackwood knocks it away for Todd. He got it over to McDonald and now ahead, and out come the Macs. Working his way in is Devine. Was Dempster, excuse me. No, that was Ross, excuse me. I'll get it right one of these times. Into the near side corner. Picked up by the rush and played out to center. Don't break back in again. Fraser settles it there for Campbell. Campbell tries to get it to Crane, but that was broken up. Puck ends up out at center, and Jake McDonald fires it back in. Fraser again as we pass the 9-minute mark of this second period. Here comes the rush, slowly working their way ahead. Puck is turned over, and now McDonald again sends it forward. It's into the rush zone. Campbell tries to take it from him by Boudreau. Campbell ends up hooking Boudreau. We got a delayed penalty coming up. There's a shot from Ellis. That goes wide. And as the Rush get possession, with 10:30 left to go in the period, we get the penalty to Andrew Campbell for hooking. And so the Macs will go to their second power play of the afternoon. Play back to the line for Dempster. Dempster sends it back down the boards. Return pass to Dempster. Down to Francis. Francis gives to Welch. Welch back to Francis in the corner. Around to the far side for Boudreau. Boudreau back to the line, Power. Near side Dempster. Over to Boudreau. Boudreau still with it. Now gives to Power. Power to Boudreau. Boudreau with the shot, save, rebound, comes to Francis, and I think it was Baldwin with the kick save on that second chance. Now, coming out from behind the net, Welsh plays to Boudreau in the corner. Welsh, Boudreau still with it. Boudreau cuts to the middle of the ice, now drops it back to Power, back to Boudreau again. Boudreau takes the shot, down to Dempster. 1 minute gone in the penalty, back across. Center to Boudreau. Boudreau plays it over to the corner for Welsh. Welsh to Boudreau below the goal line. Gets back to Welsh, tries to wrap around, and has it roll off the toe of his stick and all the way to the far wall. Power picks up there. Gives to Dempster. Dempster down the boards. Francis trying to feather a pass through. He gets it through on the second effort, but then it was turned over. Held back in. Dempster with the shot. It goes just over the net after a deflection. Now Boudreau. Takes it into the far corner. Back to the line to Power. 25 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Dempster. His shot. Looking for a deflection, but it was Baldwin who ended up getting the block. Now they battle in the corner. Baldwin trying to deliver a check, but it was just a glancing blow. Halifax still with possession. Coming out with it there is Newcomb. Newcomb trying to cut towards the net. He can't. Another chance, and it's cleared away. And a bend but don't break penalty kill. Some great puck movement by the Max, but not able to get past Lucas Fraser. Not able to get a whole lot of shots even onto Lucas Fraser there. And then after the penalty, puck sent out, or at the end of the penalty, puck sent out, brought back in, another shot. Fraser makes the save and hangs on. 8:20 left to go here in the second period. Allen off the glass and out. Picking up is Reeves. Reeves using the board. Trying to get past Allen, gets past Pattengale. But Pattengale picks up a neutral ice, sends it back down into the Max zone. Played around, intended for Reeves by Devine. And now out to center. Dumped in, going after it. There is Newcomb after the dump in by Norris. Played around to the near side. Allen, he'll get it out. Devine having a little bit of trouble controlling it. Has Hutchings hot on his heels. Devine gets it up to Cale McDonald. Out to center, played right back in. Devine back on it. Plays it across to the far side. Now a lead pass for Norris. And the Rush get possession. Send it up high into the air. It comes down inside the Halifax zone. Rolls right in onto Blackwood. He steers it over into the corner. Hutchings takes a bump there from Todd, or Ross, excuse me. Also in there helping out for the Max is Reeves. Clark in there for the Rush. Clark now with the puck below the goal line. Gets it out in front with a chance! And Hutchings, or Matthews rather, comes oh so close, but Blackwood able to steer that one away. 6:45 to go, second period. Still 1-0. And now the Max are going to go on a power play again here as soon as Sydney touches the puck. As Matthews ended up tripping up his man with 6:33 left to go. The Max go to their third power play of the game. And you can't help but think that one of these times with the puck movement, with the chances that the Max are setting up, one of these times they will be able to strike. Jake McDonald to Ellis. Ellis. Back to Jake McDonald. Over to the far side. Shot not able to get through. It bounces to Ellis. He'll send it down the boards. It goes around. Picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie not able to clear. Baldwin not able to get a stick on it. Centering pass. Marr there to break that up, and he'll fire it down the length of the ice. 1:28 left to go in the penalty. Back to pick up is Jake McDonald. He'll start to work it forward. McDonald gives it to Todd. Todd will send the puck in deep. Soller going back after it for the Rush. Todd gets there just ahead of him. He inclined both behind the net, and the net ends up getting dislodged. And again, I'm trying to operate the camera, double check my rosters, trying to look at 14 things at once, and occasionally the camera ends up focusing where I don't want it to focus. I put the post on Facebook, I'll put it out here as well. If anybody's looking for some cameraman experience, I am looking for someone to take over the camera operation so that I can have one less thing I gotta focus on during games. If you or someone you know is interested, send me a message through Twitter at PetterPC_sports, and let me know you're interested in operating the camera, and I'll certainly talk to you. Obviously, being in or around the Pictou County area would be a bit of an asset. There down onto the ice. Blackwood sets it up there for Power. Power plays it to Dempster. Dempster lead pass. Brought back into the zone. There was a chance as the pass for Francis, just a little bit behind him. Now Francis gets it in the corner. Plays it out front. Cleared away from danger and sent down the length of the ice. 13 seconds left to go in the penalty. Power. He'll pick up as the Max look about to fall to 0 for 3 on the power play. Puck is turned over just as the penalty expires. Here comes Seymour. Seymour working his way around Norris. Gets it towards the net, but it's cleared away. Trying to make a centering pass. That's knocked down by Power. Power gets it as far as the line, held in by Soller. He tries to send it down the boards, but it goes up over the glass and out of play. We're going to stop it with 4:17 left to go here in the second period. A reminder, 2 more games still to go here today from this sheet of ice. At 4 o'clock, we'll have the Cape Breton we'll have the Leagues Majors taking on Valley Wildcats. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, we'll have the same Sydney Mitsubishi Rush as they face the South Shore, not the Lumberjacks, Mustangs. That's who the short team is. I have a brain, it just doesn't always work. 4 minutes left to go here, second period. Rush leading it 1-0, but the Max controlling the majority of the play so far in this game. Delayed offside against Halifax, so they have to circle away. That gives Sydney a chance, but LaFrenz stands on his first pass attempt. Now he has to give it over to Campbell, back to LaFrenz. LaFrenz will use the near boards, getting it up to Allen. Allen takes the hit, but is able to play it into the Halifax zone where Edwards picks up. Edwards takes the shot. That was going to go wide anyway. LaFrenz now in the far corner. LaFrenz works it to Hutchings. Hutchings into the near corner. Puck is turned over and set down the ice. Not hard enough for an icing. LaFrenz back to pick up. LaFrenz takes a bump there from Norris. Meanwhile, the puck is played ahead to Hutchings. Hutchings has it knocked off his stick right around the blue line. Now he gets it back, plays it in, and Halifax takes possession. Picked up by LeDrew. Here comes LeDrew. LeDrew cutting in. LeDrew! And he ends up having that roll wide, just wide into the near side corner. Now Abbas with it. He'll play it down to Ross. Ross played it back. Now McDonald across to the far side. Down to Ross, back to Ellis, to McDonald. Back down the near side for LeDrew. LeDrew comes out from the wall. Gives it to Abbas. He takes a shot. That was steered away. Now Abbas another chance. And the backhander goes just over the crossbar. Jake McDonald. His shot gets blocked. Puck comes to Ellis. Ellis getting it in. Still coming in. And he fires that one just wide. Off the wall. McDonald not able to hold it in. He'll play it across to the far side. Ellis will carry it right back in across the line again. Ellis behind the net. Comes out the near side. Tries to center it. That goes off of Campbell. Campbell collides with Todd down low. Also in there, Edwards coming in to help out is LaFrenz for the rush, and he gets it out to center. Knocked down there by Jake McDonald. He can't maintain control, but the puck is picked up by Shorthall. Here comes Shorthall. Coming in, fans on his shot attempt, and the puck is played out to center down the ice. Heading towards the net, race for the puck. Getting to it ahead of the goal line was McIntyre. Great hustle there. Negates the icing, but Power is able to get it and play it ahead. Shortall in across the line, but Klein couldn't quite keep his foot on side, so we'll get an offside call. 1:23 left to go here in period number 2. Rush win the draw, played out and down. Here's Dempster picking up in his own zone. Dempster turns, fires. It's out to center. Pictou gets it up to Fraser. Here comes Fraser. Fraser cutting in. His shot gets blocked. And now out come the rush. O'Neill. Seymour couldn't get a shot away as we're into the final minute. Here come the Max again. Over to Boudreau. Boudreau with a shot. Save made by Fraser. Boudreau gets it back. Plays it back to the point for Dempster. Dempster. His pass for Boudreau gets beyond him. Goes in behind the net. Welch there waiting for it. He lets it go all the way to Francis. Francis picks up. Trying to control the puck. He gets knocked off of it. And O'Neill gets it out. 30 seconds left to go. Dempster. Bumps with Seymour. Puck goes behind the net. It's picked up there by Reeves. He'll flip it ahead. Soller waiting for it, just on his own side of center. Now they battle in front of the Halifax bench. It's down into the Sydney zone. Dale McDonald gets it. Has it taken away from him. Marr is able to play it over to Baldwin, who got it out to center. Now Devine brings it back the other way, but that's going to do it for the second period. Shots on goal in that period actually favored Sydney 8-7. Two-period total favored the Halifax McDonald's 22-12. But we still sit with just one goal scored through the 40 minutes played. So we'll go into the second intermission just as we went into the first intermission with the Rush leading it 1-0. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League action here on Pictou Sports through 360 Live. sorry, between the Max and the City Mitsubishi Rush. What game am I doing? Where am I? Who am I? Yeah, no, it was the Max and the Mustangs who were scheduled to play each other yesterday. That game got postponed and will have to be made up because every game here at this showcase weekend is considered a regular season game. We had 4 of the 12 games that were scheduled to take place this weekend get postponed. The 3 games involving Fall Harbor because they were unable to travel due to COVID restrictions. And again, we are not speculating. What we know is there are cases of COVID in and around the Fall Harbor area. We do not know if any player, if any coach, if any staff member of the Fall Harbor team is impacted by this. We do not know if they are just close contacts, if they are actual people who have tested positive. We know nothing. All we know is the Fall Harbor Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack did not make the trip up here this weekend because of a COVID-related situation. To speculate any further on that would be irresponsible, so we're not going to. We don't know, again, player, coach, just close contact, tested positive, awaiting test results. Whatever the situation is, we don't know. Fall Harbor's not here. Their 3 games against Halifax, South Shore, and the City Mitsubishi Rush were postponed. We also know that Halifax and South Shore both made the decision, or both did not come up yesterday for their scheduled game. We don't know exactly why that was. Someone may know the answer to that, but nobody has given me that information. So I can't make any sort of guess as to why that game got postponed, but it will get made up. And what we know is that in this game, the Rush leads the match 1-0, and the third period is now underway. Halifax with the puck off of the draw. Jake McDonald plays it ahead. Abigail tries to return it back into the match zone. And now it does get back down there. Ellis will go back and pick it up as he's working against Marr in the corner. Played to the line. Pattengale holds it in there. He'll send it down the wall. Shot taken. That goes wide. Comes up the boards to Soller. He takes a shot. That gets deflected and then cleared away before it can reach all the way through to Connor Blackwell. Played out and down the ice. Picked up again by Seymour. Or by, yeah, it was by Seymour, yes, and he takes the shot. That's kicked aside by Blackwood. Matt now get it to the line, not out, held in again. But now Ellis has a little bit of time to work. His pass gets ahead to Norris. Norris working his way into the Sydney zone. He lost the puck, but it was played around the boards by Cale McDonald. Now it comes to Ross. He'll play it over. There's a shot from Dempster and a second shot, and making the save once again is goaltender Lucas Fraser. Fraser making the save as he continues to stand tall here for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush here this afternoon. Another save by Fraser right off of the draw as he's now 24 for 24. Crane dumps the puck down into the Halifax McDonald zone. Puck is sent towards the net. Blackwood, a couple of saves there in close range off the stick of Christmas. Now Dempster will play it ahead. And the pass for Abbas just a little too far in front of him, and that's going to be an icing call with 1:40 gone here in this period. Don't forget, 4 o'clock we'll have the hometown team, the Weeks, taking on the Valley Wildcats. Weeks will technically be the visiting team for that game, but be playing in the familiar, friendly confines of the Pictou County Wellness Center. At 5 o'clock, The Cape Breton West Islanders will take on Dartmouth Steel Subaru. That game will be played over on the other sheet of ice and will be available for you on High Button Sports. And then at 7 o'clock, the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush will take on South Shore in what will be South Shore's only game of this weekend. And we'll have that game for you here on Pictou Sports. 2:02 gone here in the third period. Todd in to take the draw against Christmas. Christmas gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin will play it around the far side for Crane. Up the wall. Klein goes to play it back to Devine, but it gets past him and down the ice. Devine has to go back into his own zone. Plays it ahead. Klein has it knocked away from him by McKenzie. And now Klein in neutral ice. He'll play it back to Devine in his own zone. Devine for Reeves. Reeves flips the puck ahead. Settling it down there, Klein. Trying to settle it down anyway. Delayed offside. That's going to be touched by Reeves, and therefore we'll get a stoppage with 2:35 gone here in the third period. And you get the feeling more and more that the longer this game stays 1-0, even with Halifax controlling the shot clock 24-13 and controlling the geography of the game, more of the play in the Sydney zone than in their own end, you get the feeling that they're going to start gripping the sticks a little bit tighter as this game goes on. If it stays with this scoreline, there's a shot easily saved by Blackwood. He gloves it down and gives to Ellis. Now sink ahead. LaFrance can't keep it away from Klein. Klein tried to make a pass, couldn't do so. Takes the shot, it goes over the net. Comes bouncing out back towards the front. Edwards had it for a second, then lost it. Now Edwards gets it back again, loses it to Klein. Now Allen plays it out to center. Klein picks it back up after it goes off of the skate. His pass to Saab, a little too far in front of him. Now Edwards back into the Halifax zone, but it goes offside. Francis plays it to, that was Welch. Now Francis gets it back again. Lead pass for Boudreau. Here comes Boudreau coming in. Boudreau has the puck roll off the toe of his stick as Pattengale was able to disrupt him just enough. Now here comes McIntyre. Drew McIntyre stops, plays the puck back to Pattengale. Pattengale has that roll away from him. And Dempster plays it ahead to Francis, who gives to Welsh. Welsh to Boudreau. Boudreau from the corner, tried to center it, that gets broken up. And Soller gets it out to center. Power picks up and plays it back into the zone. Pattengale backing up with it and sends it back out. Power gives to Francis. Francis takes it over the Crusher logo, brings it into the zone. Takes the pass across to Boudreau. There's the shot. Walker save made by the goaltender Fraser. Now there's a chance and a save made. Oops, sorry folks. .25 left to go, third period, and Lucas Fraser continues to stonewall these Halifax McDonald's. Talking to some people during the intermission, apparently Fraser has had success against this McDonald's team before, facing them last year at the Ice Jam and had similar sort of success. Baldwin plays it off the glass and gets out to center. Unfortunately, the Ice Jam, one of those events I have not had the good fortune of working as of yet. It's on my bucket list of one of those tournaments I'd love to be involved in one of these days. And if anyone from the Ice Jam is watching, I know you've got a great crew that does your broadcasts, and it is through 360 Sports, and I do work with 360 Sports, so I'd love to be involved. Just let me know and I'll be there. Puck played to Norris. Norris will back it up to Power. Power sends it across. Back down into the Sydney zone, but then right back out again. Here comes Marr. Marr gets it to O'Neill. O'Neill having trouble finding it through all those white jerseys and all those red pants, and now coming the other way. Here are the Nats. Pass from Cale McDonald ends up just coming to the near side wall, to nobody in particular. Now down into the corner. Out in front, there's a chance. Fraser again with the save. This time off of TJ Norris. 5:34 gone in this third period. And Lucas Fraser continuing to shine for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush here this afternoon. Puck comes to Abbas. His shot gets deflected. Almost went directly to LeDrew, but he wasn't able to take advantage. Now McIntyre trying to play it up the wall. That gets knocked down by Abbas. Abbas gets taken to the boards by LaFrance, and McIntyre able to get it up and out. Played by Devine, ahead for LeDrew. LeDrew tried to dump it in deep, but it got knocked away, and now Devine gets it back to LeDrew again. LeDrew has that roll away from him, and it'll be picked up by Ross. Here comes Ross. Back to the line for Reeves. Reeves sends it down low to Ross in the corner. Ross still with it. Back to the point, Devine. His shot goes off the end boards. Picked up by LeDrew. Here's LeDrew with a shot. And another nice save by Fraser. Back to the line for Reeves. Reeves trying to get it down to LeDrew. That's broken up by Christmas. LeDrew then, or by McIntyre rather. There's another shot. And Fraser again the save. 13:27 to go, third period. Now 29 saves for Lucas Fraser here this afternoon. Face-off will be over to Fraser's left. Klein to take the draw against Edwards. Klein wins it back. Klein and Edwards still tangled up. Now Pattengale gets the puck in the corner. He plays it up the wall. Klein able to get over there. Plays it back to the point for Jake McDonald across for Ellis. Ellis with the shot. Save. And Fraser pounces on that puck before a rebound opportunity could be picked up by the Nats. And it stays 1-0 for the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. And again, when you consider the Rush have 2 games today. They will be playing against South Shore again later today. Halifax can leave it all on the table in this one as they're done for the weekend. There's a shot from Ellis and another save by Fraser. Halifax doesn't have to worry about another game later this evening. They can leave everything on the table. Sydney has a game against South Shore. That's going to be at 7 o'clock tonight. And when they play South Shore at 7 o'clock tonight, South Shore will not have had any previous games this weekend. So anything that Sydney can get out of this, when they have to play 2 games against 2 opponents who both are only playing 1, anything Sydney can get from this has to be considered bonus material, especially when it's against one team that's well ahead of them in the standings. The other game against a team that's right around where they are, just a little bit behind them in the standings. Sydney coming into today 3-5, South Shore 2-6. Pass intended for Shortall, but it misses the target. Now O'Neill coming the other way. O'Neill has it knocked off his stick by Todd. O'Neill then wraps it around the boards. It gets all the way to Klein. Klein able to set it up for Dempster. Here comes Dempster. Dempster stops. Goes down low. Dempster still with it. Into the near corner. Takes a bump from Baldwin. And Baldwin able to come away with the puck. His pass for O'Neill. Broken up by Boudreau. It goes to Marr. Marr now trying to get away. There's Boudreau with a chance. And we got a delay penalty coming up against the Halifax McDonald's. Here is McDonald with it. He'll play it to O'Neill. Well, that was McKenzie. He plays it to O'Neill. O'Neill for Allen. Allen with the shot. That goes wide. Trying to jam it away short side. And Blackwood able to cover up and hang on for a face-off. 11:26 left to go in the third period. And just our 4th penalty of this game. A hooking call indicated against Devin Cranston. Fifth penalty of this game, excuse me. So the Rush go to their third or second power play of the afternoon. Max had 3 power plays so far. Here's Pattengale giving it to Baldwin. Back to Pattengale. Preston Pattengale for Drew Baldwin. Baldwin with the shot that goes off of Devine and then comes back up the wall to Pattengale. He'll send it down into the corner for Allen. Allen takes a bump there from Reeves. Coming in to help out is Christmas. Christmas plays it to the near side for Edwards. Back to Baldwin. Baldwin gives back to Edwards again as he works down the near side into the corner to Christmas. Christmas takes it up the wall. He'll send it back down to Edwards. Edwards working out of the corner. Tries to go sharp angle. Devine able to knock that one away, but it's picked up again by Christmas. Down to Baldwin. Or Edwards, excuse me. Now up the wall to Baldwin. Back to Edwards. Back to Baldwin again. Baldwin fires a shot. Looking for a deflection was Allen, but it ends up going into the end boards. Allen gets it back again behind the net. Tries to make a centering pass. That goes off of Devine and gets covered up and hung on to for a face-off. 54 seconds left in the penalty. 10:20 left to go here in the third period. As Edwards having a bit of a chat there with Bryson Boudreau of the Max as they both go off for a change. Marr will take this draw against Newcomb. Marr wins it to the wall, but it ends up going right to Ellis. Comes up the wall to Soller. Soller gave to O'Neill, got it back, now gives back to O'Neill again. Back to Soller. Soller shot from the point, looking for a deflection, but the deflection puts it up over the glass and out of play. And there's 38 seconds now left in the third, in the penalty. Marr and Newcomb again. This time Mark wins it cleanly. Back to Soller. Over to Pattengale. Pattengale with the shot. They score! Preston Pattengale fired the shot. It looked like the puck was redirected. Whether it went off of a Rush player or a Max player, I can't tell. But the Rush double up their lead. It's now 2-0. A power play goal at 10:02 of the third period. Preston Pattengale will get a point one way or the other. We'll just wait to see. And so it was Riley Seymour who deflected that shot by Preston Pattengale. Seymour gets his 4th goal, 8th point of the season. Pattengale with the only assist off of the shot that was deflected, and so it's now 2-0. The power play goal at 10:03, and all of a sudden, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. There's a shot by Christmas, and Blackwood covers up and hangs on. 9:10 left to go now in what's now a 2-goal game. And on both goals, you look at Connor Blackwood and go, well, what could he have done? The goal back in the first period off of a turnover, and Nick Marr comes in alone by himself. He's a dangerous enough player that you don't want to do that against. You don't want to give him those kinds of opportunities. And he will score on them against even the best goalie in the league. Now we got a penalty coming up against the Rush. Here's Power, skating it in, takes the shot, save made. Power gets his own rebound, throws it towards the front. Puck comes all the way to Todd, out there for the extra attacker. His shot goes wide, picked up, and now finally the Rush touch the puck, and so we'll get the whistle blown. Head contact is the indication, and it looks like it's going to be Allen who goes off. 11:21 to count the penalty. And it's the fourth power play of the game. For the Max, and with 8:39 left to go. Still plenty of time in a 2-goal game, but you got to figure if they don't score on this power play, then we're down under 6, or down to around 6.5 minutes. The clock starts to lose quite large at that point. Here's Dempster. Power play goes to work. Right in front, there's a chance, and it goes off of the post. Not sure if Fraser got a piece of it first, but it definitely, I heard iron. A great chance there for Norris, but wasn't able to convert. Now having trouble finding the puck in his feet was McKenzie, and now slow to get up is Fraser. But the puck is down at the far end of the ice, so he's got time to get himself settled. And he is getting back up. Here's Power now. He'll feed it to Todd. Todd comes into the zone. Plays it over. There's a shot. Save made. Off of a shot taken by Shortall. Now behind the net, Todd. Todd comes to Shortall, but he kind of didn't get much on that. He kind of whiffed at it. And Fraser able to make the save, and now gets a chance to take a moment and collect himself a little bit more. 53 seconds left in the penalty, 7:32 left to go here in the third period. Max still trailing by 2. Draw one back to the line to Reeves. Reeves skating it down the wall, sends it off the end board, working to it is Soller. He'll wrap it around the boards. Stopped at the line by Todd. For Devine. Back to Todd. Todd with the shot. Save made. And Fraser there, making sure there's no rebound opportunity. 7:13 on the clock, 34 seconds on the penalty clock. And the score remains 2-0 for the Rush. Behind the net, cleared through the line, not out, held in by Devine. Down into the corner. Todd back to Devine again. Near side Reeves. Back to Devine. Devine, his shot deflected there by Shortall, and it goes into the end boards and then bounces right back to Fraser, and he will cover up. 15 seconds now left in the penalty. Todd to take this draw against O'Neill. No, it's Shortall to take the draw against O'Neill. Now O'Neill will get waved out of the face-off circle, and instead coming in to take the draw is Seymour. Face-off won by the Max, but Seymour able to battle and come out with the puck and a stick on him, and then goes around a bit of a gather, and there's O'Neill with the shot, and he scores! And it's now 3-0, a short-handed goal for Logan O'Neill. That gonna be enough? Logan O'Neill with the short-handed goal, assisted by Riley Seymour. And it came with just 4 seconds left. Logan O'Neill's 4th goal, 9th point of the season, assisted by Riley Seymour, making it 3-0, the short-handed goal at 13:17, and it's now 3-0. And now the clock becomes a huge factor working against the Max. Here's Morrow with the puck, he'll dump it right in on to Blackwood. And again, you know, 3 goals on 20 shots, certainly not a typical Connor Blackwood performance. But at the same time, Connor Blackwood really wasn't given much of a chance on those 3 goals. A guy coming in all alone after a turnover. A power play goal that gets deflected on its way in. And then a shorthanded goal on another odd man rush. Off of a very nice pass. And sometimes you just gotta tip your hat. Here's Power with the puck. 5:22 to go. Around to the far side. Dempster now. Into the corner. Puck comes to Newcomb. Newcomb still with it. Drops it off for Power to take. He'll put it back down into the corner. Abbas lets it go through to Todd. Todd, or Ross, excuse me. Plays it back around to the near side. Picked up now by Power. Power. Over to Ross. Ross gets it down to Dempster. Dempster will send it behind the net to LeDrew. LeDrew still with it. Plays it off the boards to Dempster. Dempster with the shot. Deflected! And Fraser able to get a piece of that one. 4:40 to go. Power from the line takes the shot. That was going to go high, but Lucas Fraser not taking any chances. He'll flood it down with 4:33 left to go. Newcomb and Marr to take this draw. Newcomb's gonna ask for the timeout though, and so we'll take the stoppage with the clock. There you see the timeout clock ticking down. Newcomb, Power, and Dempster. The extra attacker is out there against Baldwin, McKenzie, Marr, O'Neill, and Seymour. 4:33 to go in a 3-goal game. Rolling the dice by pulling the goaltender for the extra attacker with still, relatively speaking, lots of time left. There's Power with a shot. And that gets deflected off of the blocker way up high into the air, and it bounces into the net. They score! Sometimes you need a little bit of good fortune. And that is what happened for the Max on that one. Fraser deflected it off his blocker way up high into the air. And as the puck came down, I don't know who or what it hit, but it ended up coming down into the net, and now it's 3-1, and you still got over 4 minutes left. 15:43 the time of the goal, and that pass for time, just a little bit outside. So the goal credited to Newcomb, unassisted. A look, we can tell you that for Newcomb, that's his team-leading 8th goal, his team-leading 14 points. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky to be good, and Newcomb got that there. Centering pass, nobody there except for Pattengale. He's able to get the puck, plays it to the line and out. Dempster gives to Power, back to Dempster. Played ahead, now here with it Abbas, he'll give to Todd in behind the net now for Abbas. Keeping an eye on the goaltender as he looks to make a move towards the bench. Power goes across Dempster. There's a shot. Fraser able to see that one all the way in and makes his 36th save on 37 shots. And coming out of the net again for the extra attacker. There you see Connor Blackwood heading back into the bench. So we got Welch out there with Ellis, Devine, Norris, Newcomb, and the sixth skater was Klein. But here's a chance. That pass goes just behind O'Neill. That's going to give Norris a chance coming in. Norris takes it down below the goal line. Comes out. Norris still with it. Tried to feed it to Ellis. It got deflected, but Ellis still able to pick up. Now back to Ellis again. He comes near side for Devine. 3 minutes left to go, third period. Devine back to Ellis. Ellis tees it up. He shoots it. It's 3-2. And now there's still 3 minutes, or just a hair under, left to go. This goal coming at 17:03, and now you don't have to worry about pulling your goalie right away. You've got 3 minutes left to play with. We'll wait and see if that puck was deflected on its way in. I thought it might have been, but whether it was deflected by a Mac or a Rush player, we'll have to wait and see. There's a shot and a key save at a key time by Blackwood. After going 50 minutes of this game with just one goal, we've had 4 goals in 7 minutes and 1 second for a wild finish here at the Wellness Center. Are there any goals left in this one? Here comes Boudreau. Boudreau loses the puck. McIntyre picks up. Still waiting for the announcement of that goal. Again, the big question is whether it's John Howard. So Mateus Ellis does get the goal. And they score again! And this game's all tied up, and there's still just under 2 minutes left. One more goal. The question now becomes, are we going to see it in this next minute and 51, or are we going to get some bonus hockey? Going back to Ellis's goal, it's his first goal, second point. Okay, so we got a little bit of catching up to do. First, Mateus Ellis's first goal, second point of the season. That came with assists going to Cutter Devine and TJ Norris at 17:03. That made it 3-2. Then at 18:09, Bryson Boudreau gets his first goal, assisted by Ryan Dempster and Alex Ross. That made it 3-3, which is where we now stand into the final minute. Pattengale at the line, takes the shot, comes off the end boards, picked up by Ellis, and he'll send it down the ice. Pattengale to Solar, 30 seconds left. Played ahead, picked up by Dempster as nobody else was there. He gets it up to Abbas. Abbas centers it. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound. And it'll be cleared away, but only as far as the line. Dempster with a shot. Save. Rebound. And they score! What a comeback for the Halifax McDonald's. The clock kept running for about 3 more seconds. And what was just minutes ago is now a 4-3 lead for the Mac. 4 goals in the span of approximately 4 minutes and 3 seconds. We're just going to see how much time they're going to put back on the clock because it did keep running after the goal scored. And I think that's what they're discussing right now is how much time is going to get put back on. They put 3 seconds back on. It was somewhere in the neighborhood between 2 and 5. So they put 3 seconds back on. Now they're going to go discussing some more. See if 3 seconds wasn't quite enough. It is third, and now we're going to have the Rush take their timeout. So the Rush are taking their timeout, and they're going to play with the clock here for a minute while they get all that sorted out. 14 seconds, so they're going to put it back up to 14 seconds. Meanwhile, the Rush are taking their timeout. They're talking things over. The Rush using, and now they're going to get a few extra seconds to use their timeout as they didn't actually start their timeout until they got the clock fixed. So the timeout clock now counting down as the Rush try to draw up something to try and even up this game. And they're going to, no point leaving Lucas Fraser in there. They're going to go 6-on-5 right from the draw. O'Neill, McIntyre, Marr, McKenzie, Pattengale, and Christmas against Abbott, Newcomb, Power, Dempster, and Boudreau. And as the puck is down, here's the Max finish, the comeback. A wild finish. A wild finish for the Halifax McDonald's. And considering where this game was, with 4:17 to go, the Max scored their first of the game to make it 3-1 to get the 4-3 victory in regulation. Certainly worthy of that kind of a celebration. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a little more than half an hour to get you ready for our next game, which will be the Valley Wildcats and the Weeks Majors. Until then, this is Michael Patterson. May your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. In a wild finish, the Halifax McDonald's beat the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush 4-3. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in half an hour.